Hi. Haven't seen you face to face or screen to screen, whatever it is, for a while. Don't have anything recorded and ready to upload today. And I just don't feel like reading a journal, so I'm trying this. We'll see what arises. What if I have nothing to offer? No tidbits, no treats for the mind. Nothing but just myself. This light that I bear. Does it connect up with your light? Does it call you to heart? It's so wonderful there. It's such a grand space and place. All your questions just fall away. You find you don't have any. You're just content. So content. And that's available to one and all. I think it starts coming upon us as we break away from the media. We pour ourselves into everything we put our attention on. You're flowing into that over the beam, over the ray of your attention. You're pouring yourself into that. And we have such an outward focus. It's always out there, out there. Worse yet, off into the future, into tomorrow. It's usually other places than where we are, too, that we're focused on. So as we turn that around and say, who am I? We begin turning our focus inward, and upward, if you will. I mean, you know, it's all relative. Inward works for me. And we go inside, and all that energy that we were just pouring away, just dumping into everyone and everything, all those situations, that's restored to us then, in a way. It's not that that's restored, but we're not giving that out the way we were. And so now, by turning it within, that gives us great power to reconnect up. And the more we settle into heart space and just sit there, no need for doing or thinking or nothing, just being. It's good at first to use a visual to help keep yourself there. I started with a big smiley face, bright sunshine face, and then I accentuated either the eyes or the ears, depending on whether what I was working with was seeing or it was listening, was hearing. I would literally pretend I was seated on a little chair in my chest, and if I was listening to an Eckhart lecture or something, I'd put great big ears on either side of that smiley face. And actually, you know, we have a focus in the head, and it's dominant, it's predominant in all of us. It's usually behind the eyes and maybe between the ears. And we get to thinking that's who we are. But it's not. It's really not. That's to be locked into the senses and the 3D realm. And there's no need to limit ourselves that way, to be so cramped. As we make the trek 9 to 12 inches downward into heart, what opens up for us is an infinity, an eternity. And all the old limitations just fall away. They're not there. You can't find them. You can look, but they're nowhere to be found. And that's where the still small voice resides too. That's where our inner understandings, I can't say it's where they come from. It might be where they come through. I don't know. Not knowing is very, very good. It's far better than any knowing ever dreamed of being. You can have all the knowing in the world. That's fine, and it's useful too. I mean, I'm not saying it's worthless. It's not that. But this not knowing is so much better. And believe it or not, it in some way it contains all of your knowing and everyone else's. We make connection and contact with that. Maybe it's a quantum thing. Maybe that's some way to look at it. I don't know. Magical kingdom, kingdom of heart. I don't know. It's just so radically different. But you won't know until you step out of the noisy mind. The noisy mind keeps you occupied. It gives you all these things to flow your attention into, and then you're spent. You're using yourself up, you're pouring yourself into things, and I don't know. I don't think we necessarily want to meet up with those things later on and, you know, in a karmic sense, deal with our creations, because when you pour yourself into it, well, there's a little bit of responsibility that goes with that. You're creating. Our attention has the power of creation built into it. But right now, we're not too focused. And so our creations are haphazard. We're too spread out, smeared out all over the place, locked into head, programmed by the media, all that stuff. We're distracted. And so there's no focus in that. And so it's little wonder that we've got the left hand fighting what the right hand's trying to do, and all unintentionally. So I don't really have anything to say except I'm singing the song of the praises of heart-centered being. That all your cares just drop away. They don't really exist in the higher sense, in the deeper sense. I mean, right now, right this minute, how important are they? Right this minute. Just be. Love is us. By just being, we're remaking the world, you know. If you're in heart, you can hear and you can understand what I'm saying. And it helps, too, if you've filled up with truth, if you've exposed yourself to it. The Anastasia books, the teachings of the ones who have mastered. And you hear me sing the praises of my favorite ones often enough, but it doesn't matter. Let your heart be your guide. And let's do what we can to just bring more presence to heart, to bring more of ourself in there, which means put your attention there. Instead of having our attention flow out, let's turn it within and see what happens. See you later.